What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on this video as well. So let's just get right to the point. We know how depressing it is to be a Laker fan right now. Ever since the All-Star break, really going back to LeBron's injury on Christmas Day, this season has just been an absolute disaster. But the question that needs to be asked now is, should the Lakers shut down LeBron? It needs to be a realistic conversation. And I'm not one to give up on a season like this. You know, watching Kobe Bryant for so many seasons, Kobe would say, are we eliminated yet? No? Okay, then. But at the end of the day, this Laker team looks like they've just straight up quit. The Lakers take on the Clippers tonight. And can we please see some pride out of this Laker team tonight? Can we see LeBron James show up tonight, have a little heart, and look like the best player on the planet? And I'm not talking about just put up a triple-double and have nice numbers. I'm talking about just taking over the game and just stepping on the Clippers' throat. Come out, say, I'm the best player, you can't stop me, and just completely demoralize the Clippers tonight. Because LeBron still gets his numbers, but he doesn't scare anybody anymore. He doesn't really take over a game and really leave his print on that game. He'll give you his numbers, but he's not dominating basketball games like he once did. I want to see from LeBron tonight, LeBron come out right from the start and just put it on the Clippers. Is that too much to ask for? Can the Lakers put it together tonight and beat the Clippers? If the Lakers lose tonight, the Lakers are going to shut down LeBron with 18 games to go. Let's look at the standings. The Lakers are 4.5 games back of the Spurs for the 8th seed and 5 games back of the Clippers for the 7th seed. They're a couple games back from Sacramento, who's the 9th seed right now at 31-31. And the Timberwolves in the 11th spot are just a game behind the Lakers. So the Lakers are in serious trouble right now. They need a win over the Clippers tonight to get to 4 games back. They still play the Clippers one more time this year, so they could cut it to 3 just in those 2 matchups. And then you're looking at 3 games back in a 17-game span. So the Lakers got a lot of ground to make up right now. It looks very bad right now, but it's not over till it's over. The Lakers still got a shot. They got to go out and win tonight, then they got to beat Denver next game. Really, you got to go out and win every game from here on out. The Lakers got to go, 15-4 in the next 19 games to get in, but it's not impossible. If the Lakers lose tonight, the Lakers are going to shut down LeBron. As sad as it is to say this, as disappointed as I am to even have to admit this, and the worst part is it's not like they're shutting down LeBron for the last 5 games of the year. They're shutting him down with a month and a half of basketball to go. You know, the Lakers are out right now with 19 games to go. Who would have thought at Christmas Day, when the Lakers were 20-14, that with 20 games left to play, the Lakers would pretty much be out of the playoff race? You know, I just did not see this coming, and it's a very disappointing season. What can you do? Right now, you just got to deal with it. We got a game to play tonight. So right now, you got to put everything to the side and focus on this one game. Hopefully, the players can do it. The only good thing that can come from the Lakers sitting LeBron for the rest of the year would be the Lakers draft spot. Right now, if we bring up the Tankathon, which I can't even believe I'm looking at the Lakers on this, the Lakers are at the 13th spot right now. They could get up into that top 10 if they were to sit LeBron for the rest of the year. And maybe with how the lottery goes, maybe they could even sneak into the top 5 once the actual draft lottery happens. Maybe get a Cam Reddish or one of those guys. That would be best case scenario. But if you're going to sit LeBron, the goal really isn't to win games after that point, is it? But then it's tough with guys like Kuzma and Ingram, hopefully Lonzo coming back, who we need so desperately. It would be hard. What are you going to tell those guys, not to win games? I'm sure they'd just lose anyway, so I'm sure the Lakers wouldn't have much to worry about on that front. But right now they're in the 13th spot. If LeBron does sit out the rest of the year, Lakers probably get into that top 10 for a draft pick. So you either use that pick, get a top 10 player in the draft, or you use it as a trade piece, maybe an Anthony Davis. At this point, I'm just over Anthony Davis. I don't even want Anthony Davis to come to the Lakers. But if the Lakers choose to make that type of move, that pick does become pretty valuable in the top 10 at that point. So there's a lot of people, and, you know, there's a lot of, you can blame anybody for this season from the top to the bottom in the Lakers organization. At the end of the day, the Lakers lost to too many bad teams. They lost to the Grizzlies twice, the Knicks, the Cavs, Hawks, Pelicans, Suns, the Magic twice. They lost to the Spurs 3 times, so I know the Spurs are a good team. But the Lakers lost to them 3 times at the beginning of the year when the Spurs were struggling. Those games, LeBron couldn't deliver down in the stretch. He missed those free throws. And the Lakers lost just some heartbreaking games to Spurs early in the year. Those games are starting to look all that more important at this point in the season. That's why you never say in a season, oh, it's early, oh, it's this. No, every game matters. All 82 matter. They all count just the same at the end of the day. But if I was to split up some blame pie for this season, LeBron 25%, front office 25%, Luke 25%, injuries 25%. Split right into 4 pieces. You all can dish it out. LeBron, you've been a bad leader this year, man. You put out too many quotes, negative quotes about your teammates. You got too many other things going on outside of basketball. You're not setting a good example for these young kids. You never put your arm around them. You never acted like you were one of them. You always acted like you were above them, like you weren't even associated with them. So LeBron didn't buy in this year, and Colin Cowherd said it best. He said LeBron has spent the season putting himself above his teammates, words and actions, separating himself, countless side projects, never truly buying into his head coach, Luke Walton. Part of leadership is getting over yourself and getting into others. Congrats on all the cool TV and movie projects, though. Now, Colin's talking about the shop that LeBron's got, his show, where he's got Antonio Brown on there with his mustache, taking shots at Big Ben and the whole Steelers team, which Antonio Brown looks like a moron. It's not a good look for LeBron to have AD and have all these guys on there taking shots at whoever. But then we got Space Jam 2. We got the album with 2 Chainz that LeBron's coming out with. So all these side projects that seem that they're more important than wearing the Laker jersey and winning games for the Lakers. So Colin nailed it right there. That's not leadership right there. You tell your teammates, stay off social media, don't be distracted, don't this, and you got all this stuff going on. Terrible leadership. LeBron did a bad job this year. He's still putting up good numbers. But like I said, lacking in the leadership department, definitely, and he hasn't taken over games and really put his stamp on games like he used to. The front office, you know, I could talk about them for hours. They've been terrible. The offseason moves didn't make any sense. Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, Rajon Rondo, and Michael Beasley. Beasley's gone. Stevenson's irrelevant, and McGee's garbage. Rajon Rondo's the only one that I'm okay with. You know, and in past years, they've missed on Paul George. They missed on Kawhi Leonard. Really, ever since they got here, Magic and Rob Pelinka have been overrated in what they've done. They got rid of Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell, 2 22, 23-year-old kids. D'Angelo's now an all-star, and Julius Randle's now one of the best bigs in the league. Let's take a look at their numbers. D'Angelo Russell, 20.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 6.8 assists. D'Angelo Russell's having a monster season, leading the Brooklyn Nets to the playoffs. And Julius Randle, he's not on a great team, but 20.5 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Julius Randle's having a monster year, and you let him go for nothing. You understand the D'Angelo Russell trade because at least you got rid of the Mozgov deal, and you opened up space to go get LeBron or a max free agent. With the Julius Randle one, there's no excuse. You just let him walk in free agency for nothing. This is one of the best bigs in the league. You let him walk for nothing. Julius Randle would have been huge to have on this Laker. Who wouldn't want Julius Randle in this Laker lineup this year? I mean, are you kidding me? Lakers have no size. They have no rebounding. They have nothing down low. JaVale McGee, Tyson Chandler, both garbage. They don't have a real power forward. They got Kuzma playing center right now and LeBron playing power forward. It's a mess. Julius Randle should have been on this team this year. The Lakers just, Magic Johnson didn't care enough about him. They said, we're going after the big fish. We don't care about you guys. And they let a potential future all-star in Julius Randle, who's really just unstoppable. I mean, if you watch Julius Randle this year, nobody can stop the dude anymore. So that's a huge mistake by Lakers. At the trade deadline, they did a terrible job. Bullock, okay, he's been all right, but pretty much a bust. And the Zubac trade, worst trade I've ever seen. They traded him for a scrub in Mike Muscala, who's done nothing for the Lakers. Meanwhile, Zubac's on the Clippers, putting up double-doubles for the Clippers, for the team that you share a building with that is going to the playoffs over you. Zubac put out some quotes after the game yesterday. After the Clippers demolished the Knicks like good teams do to bad teams that the Lakers can't do, Zubac basically said, I love it over here with the Clippers. We never had games like this with the Lakers. Every game was close. We weren't given 100%. With the Clippers, we're locked in, and we basically take care of business. So now you got the guy you traded away, your best young center, 7'1", skilled center, taking shots at you. That's how low. That's what a joke the Lakers have become. Zubac also said he's been watching the Laker games. He feels like he could have been the difference for the Lakers going down the stretch here. And you know what? I believe him. But then aside for that, the front office, the AD drama, letting all that stuff go public, all the tampering stuff, The front office has been a complete disaster, so they get 25%, probably could be higher. I could honestly give them up to 90% if I wanted to. And then Luke Walton, you get 25%. You've done a bad job. Your rotations are trash. But at the end of the day, Luke's had a tough hand to deal with, so I'm going to give Luke a little bit of a pass here, but he still gets 25%. And then injuries, the other 25%. I mean, listen, LeBron did miss 18 games. Rondo's missed over a month. Lonzo's missed over a month. Ingram and Rondo got suspended. JaVale McGee was out with the flu for a while. So Lakers have had a ton of injuries. But at the end of the day, good teams overcome injuries and still find a win games. Unfortunately, the Lakers are just not a good team. Now, the one silver lining at the end of this Lakers season is how Brandon Ingram has played down to the stretch. If you look at his last 6 games since the All-Star break, check out this graphic. Brandon Ingram's averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in his last 6 games. And most impressively, shooting 55% in those 6 games. And even going back way before the All-Star break, Brandon Ingram was balling then. He's just on a whole nother level as far as his numbers these last 6 games. But you can kind of tell during games, he's kind of looking off LeBron, like, nah, I got this. And I really think come next year, Brandon Ingram might be looking at LeBron James a little sideways. Brandon Ingram's going to be 22 years old, coming into his prime, coming off a huge second half. Brandon Ingram might just be ready to take over this Laker team in the 2019-2020 season. All in all, it's just a disappointing season. It's just been an absolute disaster. It's about as disappointing as it gets as a Laker fan, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better before it gets worse. In fact, it's likely to get much worse. So the Lakers remaining 19 games. It's the toughest schedule in the NBA. So let's just hypothetically, let's just think about how many wins they could potentially get here and how many it would take to get in the playoffs. They play the Clippers tonight. Let's say that's a win. They play Denver. Let's take a loss there. Boston, I'll give them a win. Boston struggling. Chicago win. Toronto loss. Detroit win. New York win. Milwaukee loss. Brooklyn win. Sacramento win. Washington win. Utah loss. Charlotte win. New Orleans win. And then the last 5 games of the year are the hardest part. You got OKC, Golden State, Clippers, Utah, Portland. Let's say we get 2 out of those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That'd be 13 wins. That'd be 13-6. That would probably come up short. Like I said, the Lakers would have to go 15-4 or 16-3 to make the playoffs. So it's a sad time, man. It's frustrating. Hopefully the Lakers can show some pride, show some heart tonight. Go out and beat the Clippers at Staples Center as the home team tonight, but we will have to see. I will be back with a reaction to the Lakers-Clippers later on tonight, so don't forget to look out for that video. I thank anyone who is watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will catch y'all later, and go Lakers.